Hey everyone, this is Kevin with Divinely Designed, and today I'm going to be doing a lotion experiment. The title of this, if you're watching the video, is Lotion Experiment number 3, and you're probably wondering what happened to 1 and 2. Well, they didn't go so well. I just having a rough time with lotions. I got some new lotion supplies in, and I ordered a different emulsifier than the one I was using. I ordered BTMS. I thought it was BTMS 50, but it turns out it's BTMS 25, which is what I've read, a pretty difficult emulsifier to work with. So tonight I'm switching back to the emulsifier I started using, which is E-Wax. And then on top of it, I wouldn't even mind posting those videos, sharing my failures, but then I forgot to export the source videos before I uploaded it, and so then I couldn't upload the videos. So anyway, so I've had 2 lotion failures, and today we're going to go for lotion number 3 experiment. Alright, so this is a small batch, personal use, but let's go over the recipe. Remember, there's an oil phase, a water phase, and a cool down phase. So water, oil, cool down. I've taken all of my stuff and I've sprayed it with alcohol beforehand, 91% alcohol, then let it dry. So the beakers, the mixer, my things I'm going to use to stir with, they're all sprayed and dried. And then I measured everything out. So let's go over. In the water phase, I have 272 grams of water, 8 grams of sodium lactate. So as I'm creating lotions, I'm also sort of trying to educate myself and learn, why am I adding different things? So sodium lactate is used to improve the barrier properties of the skin. It also helps to decrease the transepidermal water loss, right? So your skin stays nice and full of water and hydrated. It is also believed to stimulate the synthesis and the skin and increasing plasticity of our skin, and it can help to reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So that's sodium lactate. I also have in here 2 grams of allantoin, which is supposed to help with cracked, chafed, chapped, windburned skin. It helps with rapid cell regeneration and proliferation. It's approved by the FDA to prevent and protect against chafed, chapped, and cracked windburned skin, and by speeding up the natural processes. And it also helps to increase the water content. Okay. In my oil phase, I have 23 grams of E-Wax, and that's my emulsifying agent, right? That's what helps the water and the oil like each other. And I'm using Crafter's Choice E-Wax Smooth and Silky, I think is what it's called. I have also in the oil phase 8 grams of cetyl alcohol, which is there to act as a thickener and an emollient. I have 8 grams of isopropyl myrcete, which is there to be an astringent, an emollient, and it helps to reduce the greasy feeling of the lotion. It also should help other ingredients to penetrate into the skin, and helps to reduce any residues that might be left behind by other ingredients. So that's a very nice ingredient. For my oils and butters, then I have 20 grams of shea butter, and I have a total of 32 grams of oils, and it's broken down this way. 8 grams of avocado, 8 grams of sweet almond, 8 grams of babassu, 4 grams of neem, and 4 grams of jojoba. Then in my cool down phase, I have 8 grams of cyclomethicone, which is a silicone, and it's there to help with the lotion so it spreads well, to sort of make it less tacky. It has transient emollient properties, meaning it would wash off after the first time you wash your hands, sort of. I'm going to use it because it is also supposed to be a great way to deliver fragrance, and I like things that smell really nice. So it helps to deposit fragrance and then evaporates. And it will also, let's see, deliver active salts you want in order to keep away bacteria which can produce odors. So it's also good in deodorants, I hear. Okay. Also in my cool down phase, I have 5 grams of fragrance, and in this case I'm using black amber and linen, which smells really nice, from Nature's Garden. I have 4 grams of vitamin E, that's an antioxidant to help my oils last longer. I have 4 grams of tea tree extract, which is acting as an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory. 4 grams of silk amino acids. Now, I have to say, I'm not exactly sure where to put them. I think my rate is fine, 4 grams for this batch, but I didn't know if they should go in this phase or in one of the heated phases. So I'm putting them in here, and we'll see how that goes. If anybody knows, please let me know. I couldn't find anything out. And then finally for preservative, I have 2 grams of Germol Plus. That's also in my cool down phase. Okay, so my plan is to take my oil and water phase, heat them to 75 degrees Celsius, hold them there for 20 minutes, and then after that's done, I'll be back. So stay tuned. Okay, everyone, so I heated my oil and water phases till 7 to 75 and held them there for 20 minutes. And then I took my water and reweighed it. I should mention that prior to putting it in the heat, I weighed the whole beaker and the contents of the beaker so that I knew the total weight. After I heated it, I reweighed it and made up the difference for the water that evaporated. So I still have exactly the same amount of water that I started with. And I'm going to pour my oil and water together here in a second. And then I'm going to use my stick blender and blend this, and also keep checking the temperature. I'm going to be looking to reduce my heat to around 45 degrees Celsius. My beaker is a little small to do this, but this is a small batch, and my stick blender fits in here kind of perfectly. But I can't really keep the stick blender going. Okay, so no need to bore you with this. I'm going to keep blending and checking the temperature until we're between 45 and 50 degrees Celsius, and then I'll come back. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, folks, we're right around 45 degrees, maybe a little less. And really started to thicken up here. So I'm going to add my cool down elements. Oh, and one correction. I think I said the fragrance was black, linen, and amber, and that's incorrect. It's by Nature's Garden, but it's called Cashmere and Silk is the name of the fragrance. think that's good. I have some bottles to put it in. Now this ended up being thicker than I wanted, I think. I'm really going for... I should have mentioned, what my goal was a very, very light lotion that would be very sort of silky and dry feeling or powdery feeling as opposed to greasy, and something that absorbed really quickly. So I thought that would also be pretty thin in terms of consistency, but maybe I'm wrong about that. The other lotion that I made is very nice, but it has kind of a thicker consistency than I wanted, and it has a little bit of a greasy feeling. It's a very nice lotion. I mean, it smells very good, but I wanted something that was going to absorb a lot quicker and easier and just have more of a powdery feeling. And that's also why I sort of did the recipe the way I did it. So I have some bottles that I'm going to put this in, or I was going to put this in, but this is pretty thick, so I don't think I can pour it in it. I might try to pipe it in it, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to let it sit and cool for a little bit further, and then we'll be back to see the final product and sort of test it out on our hands, so stick around. Okay, everyone, so it's only been about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So that amount I was able to fill up some 4-ounce jars, so 3 of them, very nicely, and a tiny little bit left over, so in this little medicine cup. So you can see, hopefully, kind of the consistency of it. It is pretty light, but it's not like pourable. I mean, it stays in the cup. It's very, it's the consistency, I'd say, of very many, like lots of commercial lotions that I have seen. It's got that kind of thickness to it. I don't know if you can see that. So, very creamy, but not like a body butter or anything. Nice and light. And I'm very happy with sort of how it turned out. It rubs in really quickly, with almost no greasy feel. I mean, there's a feeling on your skin, but it's much more of that drier, powdery feeling than the last lotion I made, and you saw how kind of quickly it rubbed in. I mean, just a few seconds, all gone. And feels pretty good on my skin. I'm really liking this lotion. I did think, I have to say, that the consistency would be thinner. But this isn't bad. And the reason I think partially why I might be leaning toward that is because I have these caps, which are, the push button ones. So you have to squeeze the bottle to get some lotion out. And my other one that I made is thick, so you have to turn it upside down and sort of let it sit there. But maybe, if I had a pump top, I'm sure that would fix this problem. So this lotion, much better than the other. Don't get me wrong, I like my other lotion that I made too, but this one is much lighter, much drier feeling. It still has a nice silky smoothness to it that I like. So, feels really good. Okay. And the fragrance is really nice. This is cashmere and silk. And it's very light. It's sort of a unisex fragrance. I wouldn't really call it masculine. And I wouldn't call it feminine. It's sort of in between. I personally probably would like a little bit more fragrance. It's very light, but that's probably okay. I mean, for a lotion, you're not really looking for a perfume, you're looking for a scented lotion. So it's very light fragrance. Like, I guess I can smell it if I'm close, but anyway, okay, so that's it. So there is my very light lotion recipe. Experiment number 3. Comments, questions, leave them below. If you like it, subscribe. Thanks for joining me today, and check back for more soap and lotion related videos. Okay, thanks, bye.